Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Chrissy Morales. Today I'm going to have a special Mexican dish for you guys. It is called Enfrijoladas. I'm going to be doing it the traditional way and my dad's recipe. So first you're going to need is frijoles de olla, and you're going to need onion and garlic, but since I already have it in the beans, I'm not going to be putting that in because it's already in the pot of beans. You're going to need 2 chile guajillos. You're going to need canola oil, queso fresco, crema, avocado, tortillas, chile jalapenos, and vinegar. You're going to need oregano and regular vinegar. So, like I said, I'm going to be doing 2 different types. So for the traditional type, you're just going to use the beans, the 2 chile guajillos, and then for my dad's recipe, you're going to need chile jalapenos, oregano, and vinegar, and everything else here. Of course, this is the toppings. So right now I'm gonna put my apron on and we're gonna get popping. So I'll see you guys. Okay, so I already deveined my chiles. Now I'm gonna put them in my water to boil, and meanwhile those are boiling, I'm gonna start doing my father's recipe because I don't need the chiles for that. I'm gonna be using the chile jalapenos. So now I'm gonna show you guys how to do that recipe. So this is everything that you're going to need, like I showed you earlier. You're going to need the frijoles de olla, the vinegar, oregano, and the chiles jalapenos. So the first thing you want to do is you're going to get your beans and put them in the blender. Add your beans in there. And then your onions too. But you want to save some of the onions for the other one that we're going to make too. And then I'm going to add some of the garlic. And you just keep on adding as many as you want. If you're gonna make a lot, then if you have a lot of people to feed, then it depends on how much beans you're gonna put. But I think me and Fernando are only gonna be eating this one, and the kids will be eating the traditional ones. So then you want to get some of that juice and add it in there. Add your juice. Because you want it, when you blend it, you want it to be like a little liquidy. Oops, I just dropped that. I'm just trying to get as much juice in there. Okay, I think that's good enough. I'm going to add a little splash of vinegar. That's it. So remember, we're going to be putting our jalapenos in there too. I'm going to get some oregano, a pinch, and then I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to get my chile jalapenos. I'm probably going to put, let's see, 4 of them. And then I'm going to add some of that juice also. And my beans already have salt, so I'm not going to be adding any salt to them. You don't want to oversalt them. I think it needs a little bit more oregano. I'm gonna add one more pinch. So next, you're gonna blend them until they kind of liquefy. Okay. This one's not. Okay. So now we're gonna blend them. And that is good enough. Actually, this is. Next, you're going to have a pan with oil. Put a little bit of canola oil. I can't even talk today. Okay, so now, as soon as it gets hot, we're going to add our frijoles in there. Actually, like I said, I got this recipe from my dad. I remember the first time I ate it, I looked at it and I'm like, what the hell is this? But when I tried it, I was like, damn, that's good. But yeah, he used to make this in the mornings all the time. And he was a good cook. Like, honestly, he was the best. He was really good. He would put anything together. Even a taco of frijoles were good. He just knew how to cook so good. And not to brag, I took after him. The reason why is because when I was small, I would always be in the kitchen because I was a fat ass and I couldn't wait until the dinner, lunch, or breakfast was going to be done. So he would tell me, ven acá, gordis, which means come over here, chunky one. So I would go, and he's all, let me teach you. You want to learn how to cook, because no man is not going to want to marry you if you don't know how to cook and clean. So he would always tell me that. And my mom's the one that taught me how to clean. She had OCD. She always had to have the house vacuumed every day, mopped every day. So now our oil is hot. We're going to add our frijoles in there. And this, like I said, this is the way my pops used to make them. And they were delicious. So now you're going to fry that all together. And let it warm up really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. Stop looking at me like that. Sorry, we're being a bunch of crackheads today. We woke up all energetic. I think it's that celery juice I've been drinking all week. Honestly, I feel so much better since I've been detoxing and drinking that celery juice. I have so much energy. My stomach feels better. It's been really good. So now I'm going to taste it. Perfect. Oh my god. It tastes just like my dad's. I want to cry right now. Okay, so now we're gonna get our tortillas, and this is the way my dad used to make them. He wouldn't fry them, nothing, warm them up. He would just tear them up, almost like chilaquiles, and he would put them in there to cook, just like that. And you would cook them meat and the beans. Like, so the first time I seen this, I was like, what the hell is this, Father? But believe me, they're bomb. They are really good. So you're gonna put as many as you want in there. I'm gonna lower the heat to medium. And then you just keep on mixing them around until they're cooked. I'm gonna add a little bit more tortillas in there. And you know, you can have this for breakfast, like I said. That's the time when we would eat it. We would eat it during the morning. We would always make them in the morning. And add a little bit more tortillas in there. And so you just tear them. You could cut them nicely, but I'm doing it the way my father used to make it. Just like this. And then they will be done as soon as your tortillas are nice and cooked and soft in there. It came out pretty spicy with those chile jalapenos. Okay, and my chile guajillos are done over here, so I'm going to turn them off. So I just have to make sure I separate all the tortillas so they cook evenly. So you just keep on doing this, and right now as soon as they're done, I'm going to plate it for you so you guys can see how it looks like. So I will be back in a few seconds. Okay, so now it's done. This is the finished product. I know it doesn't look so pretty, but believe me, it is bomb. And this is my dad's recipe. So right now I'm going to do a taste test to show you guys. Okay. Dude, I haven't had these in forever, like a long time. Be careful you don't burn yourself, like I'm about to do. And I know I'm on a diet and I'm not supposed to be eating this, but I gotta taste it. I have to taste it at least. Mia's gonna eat the rest of it. Okay. Oh my god. Just the way my dad used to make them. Like honestly, I want to cry right now. Like, oh my god, I'm getting emotional. But I swear they taste just the way my dad used to make them. Oh, I'm getting all teary now. Can't even stop eating this now.
That's my fault.
So next, I'm going to show you the traditional way. So I'll be with you guys right now, and I'll show you how to make the traditional enfrijoladas. Okay, so now I got my blender and refilled it with beans, and this is a traditional one. And it already has garlic and onion, like I said, mentioned earlier, it was in the beans. Now I'm gonna put the guajillos in there. And like I said, the beans already have salt, so you don't need to add any more salt. Wrong way. I've had this thing forever and I still don't know how to put it together.
Other way.
Okay. Now, we're gonna blend these babies. Same thing, I have a pan with oil, and you're just gonna pour them in there with a little bit of oil. I think I already mentioned oil. I mentioned again, and again, and again. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing as the other one, let them cook. And let me get my spoon, my cuchara, if I can find it. Okay. So you're just gonna mix that all around, cook it with the oil. And if you don't like beans, this is not a good recipe for you. But if you're a bean lover like I am, it's amazing. And like Mia is too. We like our frijoles. That's why I'm always making a pot of beans once a week. We always gotta have beans in this house. Always. Oop, I had the flame low. No bueno. So just keep on mixing until you get a boil. Going. And then you want to let them cool down because we're going to be dipping the tortillas in here, and we're going to be rolling them like a enchilada. Sorry, I got stuck there for a moment. Happens once in a while. Okay, so you can see they're starting to cook now. Now I'm going to try it for flavor. Hopefully I don't burn the shit out of myself. So delicious. So good. You guys have to try this. But actually, I like the first ones better. My dad's recipe, they're bomb. Mia tore them up. And there's nothing left on the plate. Well, I'll show them what's left on the plate. That is it. She inhaled them. And I took a couple of those too. I couldn't resist. I had to. Like I said, I haven't had these since it's been over 20 years. My dad had passed, and it's been 20 years that he's been gone. And I think before that, he hadn't made any for a while, so yeah. I haven't had them in a long time. Like earlier when I tried them, I got all teary-eyed. I wanted to cry. Brings back so many memories. You know how some foods that you have just bring back those memories? Childhood memories? That's what just happened. Okay, now I'm going to turn them off because we want them to cool down a little bit because we're going to be dipping the tortillas in there. So now, in this one, we're going to get our tortilla like you would when you make enchiladas. And you're going to put it in there and you're going to let it cook a little. You're going to fry it. And then once you fry it, you're going to add your tortilla into the frijoles. And you do this because you don't want them to fall apart into the beans because they will fall apart. Let me get a plate so I can put them on there. Okay. You don't want them too crunchy or not too soft because you don't, like I said, you don't want them to get soggy and fall apart. Okay, once you do that, then you're going to dip them into your frijoles. You're going to do that, then you grab them, you grab it like that, just like that. Then you're going to add, follow me please. You're gonna add your queso. You don't have to put anything in the middle. You can just put it on top, but I like to fill them. And then you're just gonna turn it like this. Are you still eating over there? Make sure you focus on what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna do another one now. We're good, huh? I didn't think you were gonna like them. I'm shocked that you do. And then make sure you use a separate thing of tongs because you have beans on that one, and you don't want to put the one with the tongs in the oil because then that shit will splash all over you. How many do you want, Alan?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll start off with 3. Because believe me, these are good. And this one's not spicy like the other one that I made. Come on. Okay, we're gonna dip it in beans. I'm gonna get my other tongs. Like I said, you don't want to use the same ones for the oil. Then you're gonna splash everything. Okay, you're gonna add it like that. And yes, they're messy, very messy, but delicious, very delicious. Are you still crying, son? You just can't stay away from them, huh? Love those carbs, so do I. It's hard not to eat them. Okay, I'm gonna make one more. One more. Oh shit, I use this one to flip the... Well, I'll show you guys what happens if you stick the the beans into the oil. You guys will find out right now. You see? Sorry. I'm super hyper today. Like I said, that cleanse worked wonders. I don't feel all sluggish and yucky. Okay, dip it in the beans. And you just keep on repeating the same thing. Dip it in the beans. Dip it in the beans. And then pull it out. Like that. And like I said, they're pretty messy this way. Well, even the other way, they're messy. So I'm gonna add some more cheese in there. Add some more queso in the middle. Sorry, I'm gonna use my hands. Now you're gonna get, I like to add some more beans in there. Where's my spoon? Here it is. I'm gonna add some more beans in there on top. Like that. And believe me, these are good too. But like I said, I like the flavor of my dad's. The oregano and the jalapenos and the vinegar gives it a special taste. Very special. And I'm making a mess out of this plate. So now, I'm going to put my crema in there. Put a little bit more. Then I'm going to top it off with my queso fresco. Okay, and that's it. I'm gonna clean off the plate right now, clean around it, and then I'll show you guys how it looks with the avocado and everything clean. So I'll be back in a few seconds. Okay, so these are the traditional enfrijoladas, and these are good too. They're really good, but I prefer my dad's recipe so much better because that oregano and vinegar really changes the flavor, and so does the chile jalapenos. So we are now done. We are now done with our recipes. I hope you like this video. I will be back next week with some more delicious Mexican recipes. Thank you guys for following me on Instagram and on here. I really appreciate it, and thank you for all the love. See you guys next week. Thank you for cooking with Chrissy Morales.